Hello everyone, my name is CMFreeze, and welcome to my Free from Foolishness D-Machine Easter egg guide. Now, the D-Machine Easter egg is literally the same exact thing solo and co-op. In fact, you can have a full squad of 4 people, and one person can do the entire Easter egg and not need anybody else except for one step, and I will tell you that step when we get there. But literally one person can do the entire Easter egg and doesn't need help from anyone else. And the step is literally all 4 people just have to be in the same room and you have to hold down a button. That is it. Same exact Easter egg, so if you're wondering that, same exact thing solo and co-op. Very easy. With Black Ops 6 coming around, I know a lot of people are going back and playing the Cold War games. Maybe they want to do all the Easter eggs, see what they're getting themselves in store for. And I look online and I see a lot of good Easter egg, like updated Easter egg guides for Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, but not a whole lot for Cold War. So I figured I'd make my own updated 2024 Easter egg guides, and we're starting off with the D-Machine. Here we go. Now, before we actually get into the game here, I know a lot of people are going to be asking about loadouts. A lot of the times in Easter egg guides, I see people giving the goated or the insane loadouts. D-Machine, you can literally get done before round 15. So the guns that you have, honestly, are not that important. The zombies are not that difficult at round 15. You are going to need a good weapon for killing the Megaton, but you are going to have the Wonder Weapon from completing this Easter egg, and if you pack-a-punch the Wonder Weapon, you should be completely fine. But for your loadout, what I did here, honestly, just pick a good AR or a good shotgun. If you complete the Super Easter egg, you spawn in with a purple weapon. So as you'll see in my game, I have a purple weapon because I've already completed it. I'm looking really good. However, you're probably looking at this video because you haven't done the Super Easter egg, so just pick an AR or a shotgun that you feel comfortable with and have leveled up a little bit. Also, for your specialists, everybody runs Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire is definitely the best one, but me personally, I really like Healing Aura. If I'm playing with other people, then Healing Aura can instantly revive them and they keep all of their perks on their decay meter. It's also a get a free jail card if you ever get trapped. Just pop it, it pushes all of the zombies to the side, and it also leaves a beam of healing, so you're basically just stand next to the beam, you're completely fine. But run whatever you personally like. If it's Ring of Fire, great. I love Healing Aura. It's not that deep which one you run. Now, the very first step of the Easter egg is to turn on the power and then turn on the Pack-a-Punch. So what you want to do here is Call of Duty recently added a accelerator, and basically what that means, it means that the zombies spawn in really fast and they come at you really fast as well. So what you're going to do here is you're going to turn this on and basically just stay in spawn until about round 7 or until you reach 10k points. You could get lucky and get a couple of double points along the way. You can really min-max this thing if you like. Personally, just get to round 7, round 8, and if this is too hard for you, if you're a new player, that's completely fine as well. I just did this to speed up my game, but you do not have to do this. This is optional, but I do recommend just staying in spawn and getting as much points as you possibly can, about 10k or around 7 or 8, and then save a zombie, and then you can just literally march your way down to the Pack-a-Punch machine. Now, as you're opening doors on the way to Pack-a-Punch, the game literally tells you where to go. Personally here, this is where I like to buy Stamina Up. Just makes your game go a lot faster. Stamina Up is a really good perk to have in this Easter egg because a lot of this Easter egg is just running around doing steps. You don't really stay in the same place. I would also highly recommend not to buy Jug. Quickly, I will show you here a little mini Easter egg that you can do to get yourself a free Juggernaut. So it saves you an extra 2,500 points that you do not have to use at Jug. So do not buy Jug, pass up Jug, buy Stamina Up if you want, makes your life a lot easier. Don't, whatever floats your boat. And then instantly go, continue opening doors, and make your way here to power. Then once you turn on the power, the game again is literally going to show you how to turn on Pack-a-Punch. You go hold down X on these 2 buttons here, and then you go hold down X on Pack-a-Punch. Once you hold down X on Pack-a-Punch, you are going to teleport into the Dark Ether, where you have to go find the Pack-a-Punch item. Again, the game literally tells you where the Pack-a-Punch item is. Go pick it up and then go put it back on top of Pack-a-Punch. Remember that free Juggernaut that I told you about? As soon as you turn on Pack-a-Punch, 5 blue orbs will appear in the Pack-a-Punch room that once you shoot all 5 of them, you will get a crate which will give you a free Juggernaut and a free purple weapon or better. The first ball here, as you can see that I am shooting, is underneath turn on power. Then as you come over here, you can see another blue ball next to these machines. The third blue ball is a lot easier to hit if you have an AR, but a shotgun works just fine. You can just see it's up here in the top left corner. I have to shoot it a couple of times because of my shotgun, but eventually it does go away. Then make your way over to the bottom of the Pack-a-Punch room, and you'll see in this barrier there's a blue orb there. It's a lot easier to hit if you don't have barriers in it, but I do. And then the fifth and final one is kind of fluky, but you have to make your way onto the top of the kind of rings here in D Machine, and then you will see it in the bottom right corner there. Just follow my movements if that isn't a good enough explanation, and just shoot all 5 orbs, and then you'll get teleported, and you'll get this little mini Easter egg. At the end of the Easter egg, you'll get teleported back to the real world. A crate will open up in front of you. Open up the crate. That is when you will get your free Juggernaut, and you will also get a weapon as well. Sometimes you can even get the ray gun from doing this if you're really lucky. In my game, I ended up getting this gold dual-wield magnums, which I just used for a vast majority of the game. Now that Pack-a-Punch is on, the very first step is for you to craft the Aether Scope. There are 3 parts to the Aether Scope, and all of them have to be found inside, you guessed it, the Dark Aether. So for this, you have to go around the map, find where the Aether teleporter is. Again, it literally shows you and tells you where it is on the mini-map. And then once you find it, there are going to be 3 parts for the Aether Scope. Now, this is kind of unique, as in you can't collect all 3 parts at once. You have to go collect a part, and then once you collect the first part, then the second part will spawn in. Then once you collect the second part, then the third part will spawn in. There are also 3 locations for each part, which I will show you now. The first location here is at the top of the plane on the crash site. In my game, this was my first part to spawn in. Also, as soon as you pick up a part, a bunch of dogs will spawn in on you. You can either kill them or ignore them. It's up to you. The second spawn part is here in spawn alongside the wall. I got very lucky, and for me, that was where my second location is. But there is a chance that it could not be there, and then it is the other part that spawns in. And the third part is in the Pack-a-Punch machine on the opposite side of Pack-a-Punch. Just pick it up here behind the portal. And then once you pick up all 3 parts, it will throw you out of the Dark Aether. Once you are thrown back outside of the Dark Aether, you can go down to this crafting table here in Pack-a-Punch room, right behind the Pack-a-Punch, and craft the Aether Scope, and make sure to pick it up. After you pick up the Aether Scope, the next step for you is to teleport again into the Dark Aether. And spoiler alert, you will be teleporting into the Dark Aether a lot in this Easter egg. However, this teleporter is in a set location, so go into Speed Cola, activate the Dark Aether, and once you are in it, you want to go to this table over here where their computer is, right to the left of the Dark Aether portal, and pick up a diary. Once you pick up this diary, there are going to be 3 ghosts that appear in set locations. Once you get close enough to the ghost, this blue orb will light up, and you can hold X on it. And once you hold X on it, it is you giving Dr. Vogel his diary. As soon as you hold X on the first one there, and right next to Speed Cola, you can head over to the second location, which is right next to the challenges on the right here. You can hold X, give Dr. Vogel his diary, and then immediately after you do that, you can go back to where you just crafted the Aether tool, and that is where the third location is. Now, you do not have to listen to Dr. Vogel speak for the first and second times. You can just literally hold X on it, give him his diary, and go to the next one. However, after the third time you do it, you do have to listen to him complete his diary. This is him giving you the password to the computer for the next step. Once you are thrown out of the Dark Aether, make your way back to where you picked up Dr. Vogel's diary, to where this computer is, and now you can hold square or interact, whatever it is, to activate the password. After you activate the power, the next step is to get the Wonder Weapon. And honestly, the only tedious step in this Easter egg is you have to get all 4 variants of the Wonder Weapon, which obviously in order to upgrade the Wonder Weapon means that we have to get the Wonder Weapon. Now, the easiest and most simple way to get the Wonder Weapon in this map is just to complete the free challenge to get it. It's very quick and easy. You can also sometimes get it from the box I showed you earlier, the box that gave you the free jug. Sometimes you can get lucky there. You also can get it by completing the challenges, but the challenges in this map just are not worth it and do not typically give you the D Machine. So doing the free one is just the most cost effective and quickest route for sure. The first step in getting the Wonder Weapon is to get a Megaton to spawn in and kill it. When the Megaton spawns in, what you want it to do is it has this ranged attack. You want it to come shoot this tree here that can be found inside the pond area. Trust me, it's needed for a step to upgrade the Wonder Weapon. So since you already have your Megaton, and if you're playing a solo game, you will only get one and you won't get one for another couple of rounds. So before you kill it, have it shoot this tree, then kill the Megaton and pick up this key card. Once you have the key card, make your way to the weapons lab here, right above Deadshot Daiquiri, insert the key card and pick up this DIE remote signal. Once you have picked up the signal, what you want to do is train up a bunch of zombies, because we are going to have these zombies get sucked in to the die machine. You can either train them up here in spawn, you can train them up in the actual room itself. Me personally, I just like training outside in spawn here, and then I will open up the door to the left of me. I know most people like to keep that door closed so that they can train in the spawn room, but if you're just doing the Easter egg here and we're going to be done in a couple of rounds, no reason to keep that door open. So I'm just training in spawn and I'm going to open up the door. Once I open up the door here, I'm going to go over and turn on the DII automatically. And once you turn it on, it's going to start sucking in through this door here. And all the zombies that you're training in are going to go and get sucked into the DIE. Then once you suck in enough zombies, you will get a little quote that tells you that it is ready, and you can hold X again where you originally held X to start the sucking, and you can discharge it. Once you discharge it, you are able to go pick up the free Wonder Weapon, the Die Machine. Now immediately after you've picked up the Die Machine, I want you to follow my movements here, because we can get a lot of steps done for all 4 upgrades in a couple of steps here. So first thing you want to do is come up to the top of Nocturne Totem and shoot this box down. After you've shot down the box, quickly come over here to the other side and use the sucking feature of the Die Machine to pick up this gas canister. See, we're doing multiple upgrades in one here. Very easy. After you've done that, what you want to do is you want to run down here to right in front of Nocturne Totem where you shot off the box to pick up a flask. Once you pick up the flask, you can hold it underneath that purple leaf that you had the Megaton shot earlier. See, I told you it was going to be easy. And also, you can go inside this dark aether portal that is literally right next to you here. Now, I already did this earlier in my game, but a step that you have to do for the fire upgrade of the D Machine is you have to shoot this box. And then after you shoot this box, once you go into the dark aether, you can pick up the canister. It doesn't matter when you do this, just in order, this is to complete the fire upgrade, which is going to be the first upgrade we do here. So shoot the box, go into the dark aether, pick up the canister, and then literally come down here right across of Deadshot Daiquiri and hold X on this crate here, and then you'll be teleported back into the real world. Once you come back into the real world, you can now go to this crate here inside of the pond area, and boom, you've already got the fire upgrade. I told you these things are really easy. Once you get the fire upgrade, you want to come down to Speed Cola Room where the container for the Megaton is, spoiler alert, and you want to shoot the charger that corresponds with the upgrade that you have here. So for the fire upgrade here, if you are facing it with your back to Speed Cola, it is on the front left side here, as you can just see in my video, if that makes sense. It's the one closest to Speed Cola. Next step is to complete the ice upgrade, which again is very easy if you had the Megaton shoot the tree and get the sat from it. Once you place down the flask, it takes about a minute for the flask to fill up. After that minute has passed, you can go collect the flask with the sap inside of it, which is a freeze sap, no clue why, it just is, and you can place that mixture now on this crate here, literally right next to Speed Cola, and boom, you already have the freeze upgrade, and now you can shoot energy source, whatever you want to call it, with your freeze upgrade. The next one I'm going to show you how to do is the shock upgrade, which me personally is the only one that is hard and tedious because it can be a little fluky. I have had this upgrade go south on me numerous times. It always frustrates me. I hate doing the shock upgrade, which really sucks because it is also the best upgrade. But how the shock upgrade works is you need to just have the regular base form of the D Machine, and you need to go around and suck up 3 crystals. Hello everyone, so something I forgot to mention is this Dark Aether portal that is to the left of the canister box that is used for the shock upgrade. You have to use this Dark Aether portal to complete the step. If you go through any other Dark Aether portal, it will not work. You have to go through this portal. So the first crystal here is right next to the Wonder Fizz machine, and once you suck up the crystal, you will see there's a strange glow at the end of the die machine. You cannot shoot your gun, so make sure you remember that. Do not shoot your gun, and you now have to take the die machine all the way to this crate that is right to the right of the teleporter that you had to use in order to use the shockwave. Once you find the crate, this crate has 3 fuses on the side of it, as you can see on the left-hand side here. You have to shoot those fuses with the die machine that has the yellow stuff at the end of it. So you shoot it, and if you did it successfully, like you can see here, one of the fuses glows yellow. It's really difficult to actually be able to get all fuses in one go. So if you aren't able to do it and the game teleports you back into the regular world, that is completely fine. You might have to skip the round because the specific teleporter that you have to take might be gone. So just skip around and use the teleporter next round to complete it. The second crystal that you have to suck up is right to the left of Juggernaut here, right before you go inside the entrance to the tunnels. So suck it up, take it all the way to the canister, fire it, and then you'll know you succeeded once you see the second fuse light up. And then the third crystal here is in the pond area. It is on the opposite side of Quick Revive on the right side wall here. Suck that up. You already know the process. Take it, shoot the third shock, and if successfully done and you did not mess up at all, like I said, it sometimes can be finicky. I've had it where I have shot the fuse and it just doesn't count for some reason. Thankfully it didn't happen to me in this game, but it can. You just have to redo it. Go take your shock upgrade and shoot the corresponding energy system in the container. Finally, the last upgrade is the Nova upgrade. The Nova upgrade is really easy. The container that you picked up earlier in Nocturne Totem from sucking, you got to take it down to this area here right next to Deadshot Daiquiri, and you put it in a wall. Once you put it in the wall here, you have to kill 1 Plague Hound right next to it. That's right, just 1. Once you kill 1 Plague Hound, make sure it's super close to it. The canister will suck the Plague Hound gas into it, and once it is successful, you can pick it up and you can go take it to this crate, which is right outside of Nocturne Totem, put it on, shoot the canister, and then you can pick up the Nova upgrade. I know most guides just go upgrade one by one, but honestly, the D Machine upgrades are so easy that I just decided to show you my movements so you can see how you can do it as fast as possible. And because there are just so many steps that you can just do back to back, I didn't see any point of just showing you the freeze one when there's literally a step for the Nova one right next to it. And then there's also a fire step that's right next to the Nova step. It just is all right next to one another. So I just showed you the best movement path possible. You obviously don't have to follow this path. Just get all 4 upgrades. Make sure you shoot all 4 canisters. After you get all 4 upgrades and shoot all 4 different energy fields with the different upgrades, you will then need to find a power source for your containment field. Fair warning, this step does require explosives, preferably Sentex grenades or C4s. What you want to do is make your way over to this specific Dark Aether portal that you can find in the hallway here in between the Speed Cola room and the Pack-a-Punch room. Activate that portal and then make your way up to here right above Speed Cola, where you will see another ghost. Hold X on them, let them have their conversation, and then you will be teleported back to the real world. Once you are in the real world, a Dark Aether wrench will drop. Pick up that wrench and take it over to this tank here in spawn. Hold X on the tank a couple of times until a zombie appears out of the tank. This is when you are going to take your explosive C4 Sentex, throw it at the zombie, kill it. You will know that you have successfully completed the step because after you throw your explosive at the hatch and detonate it, a bomb will shoot off and go into the middle section of the map. If you do not see the tank fire a shot, no worries, just go get another explosive, throw it right on top, detonate it, and keep doing this until you see the tank explode. Once the tank explodes, you want to come right through Nocturne Totem here, and right in front of Stamina Up, you will see the power source. Pick that up and take it to the container. Fair warning, once you do pick it up, you will have dogs spawn on you, and you will not be able to shoot them. as you have the power source in your hand. So if you're doing this with multiple people, have them protect you. If you're doing it solo, I was able just to run past them, but if for some reason you get trapped, you can just drop the power source, kill all the zombies around you, pick it back up, and go put it here in the station. Once you have put in the power source, the next step for you is to acquire a megaton. And what you need to do is you need to get 2 halves of a megaton to go into this containment field. The best way to do this is to just get a full megaton and split it inside the speed cola room here, and then lure both halves of it into the containment field. Now, it cannot take both halves at the same time, so you have to do this one by one. So no big deal, just kill the zombies around you, get one of the guys to go in there, suck them up, wait a couple of seconds, and then get the other half of the megaton to get sucked up by your containment field. Once both megatons are inside the chamber, go inside this computer room and hold X. Now, fair warning, this is the step that I said that everyone in your party has to be present for. So if you have a full squad of 4, all 4 of you have to be in this room before you can hold X on the computer. This is the only step that requires everyone's participation, so get everyone in your group. If you're playing solo, then obviously just you. Get in this room, hold X, and then the megatons will fuse together. The next step that you have is the final step before the boss fight. So fair warning, once you complete this step, you will be in the boss fight. So double pack-a-punch your weapons, get all the perks that you want. The boss fight is in the pack-a-punch room, so I guess pack-a-punching isn't that big of an issue since you can just pack-a-punch during the boss fight, but perks are not there, so get all the perks that you want, armor, make sure that you are fully set up on everything, and then get ready to go into this boss fight. So the final step before the boss fight is to come into Nocturne Totem here and enter this portal, as you can see here right next to where we got the free D Maschine. Once you activate the portal, go over here to the other side of Nocturne Totem and hold X on this ghost. Once you hold X on this ghost, all you got to do is survive and listen to him yap for a little bit, and then you'll be thrown back into the real world. Once you are in the real world, right where the ghost was, there is a picture. As soon as you pick up this picture, you will be thrown into the boss fight. There's a crafting table right next to you. I highly recommend bringing in monkeys or a Gersh device and making sure that you have the Shock D Maschine upgrade. Why do you want the Shock one? Because the Shock upgrade is there in the boss fight as well. So you can swap between the normal one and the Shock one. So you'll have 2 different sets of ammo types to work with if for some reason you ever run out of Shock ammo. Once you have the Shock variant of the Wonder Weapon, plus Gersh devices, monkeys, all your perks, you are ready to go into the boss fight. Once you are in the boss fight, you just have to let Orlov, who is the sentient megaton, just talk for a little bit, and then he says that he is going to help you fix the particle accelerator. Now, this boss fight isn't even really a boss fight, it's actually a defense phase. It is incredibly easy. It is impossible to actually fail the defense phase. The only way you fail this is if you die out. So Orlov here will fix this first part of the particle accelerator. All you have to do is defend him and keep zombies off of him. If zombies are hitting him, no progress will be made, but if he has no zombies on him, progress will be made. You don't have to worry about him getting hit, because if he gets hit, it doesn't reduce progress, it just doesn't let the progress go forward. So just protect him at all costs, use your Wonder Weapon, throw your monkeys, activate your power-ups. Also, it doesn't hurt if you got a Death Machine or a War Machine as well. Just do anything you possibly can to keep Orlov safe. There will be 3 different rounds of this. So once you complete the first one, which is honestly incredibly easy in my position, you will go over to the second one. Don't worry, the game will literally give you a marker for where he is, so you don't have to worry about it. Protect him there, make sure you don't die, and then once you complete the second phase of it, go to the third phase and protect him there. Once Orlov finishes the 3rd phase, all you have to do now is make it back to your Raptor 1 and Xville. Now, I can't lie, I definitely have failed on this step a couple of times, because as you are running back to Raptor 1, there will be blue lightning that will shoot from the ground, and you take massive damage from this blue lightning. Like, it can almost basically one-shot you if you are in there for too long. So take this pathing that I take in this video, make sure you do not get hit by the blue lightning. As you saw, I switched over to the Shock D Maschine here so that I could have full ammo. Once you actually know the path, it is very easy. Honestly, once you make it out of the underground, it's basically just a straight shot, and then all you got to do now is wait here until Raptor 1 comes down. Then once Raptor 1 comes down, just go inside of Raptor 1, and that's it. you have now officially completed the D Machine Easter egg. Thank you guys so much for watching my Free from Foolishness DE guide. If you guys like this and want to see me do Firebase and the rest of the Cold War maps, let me know. If you also want me to do other maps as well, please leave comments. I would love any feedback on this video. This is my first time ever doing an Easter egg guide, so I really want to know how I can improve for you guys. Let me know what I did right, let me know what I did wrong, and thank you so much for watching. I'd also like to point out, I literally did this in 40 minutes. That is how easy it is to do the Die Machine Easter egg. Not too difficult at all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.